All right, so I'll do a second entry here on October 8th. I just had another thought. I think that's worth sharing. Um, I'll publish this tomorrow. So this will be the entry for October 9th, uh, but I'm recording this on the 8th. Endurance is a really big part of the journey. If you're going to try to do something different and new, you have to build it for endurance. Build your routine, build your life around endurance. Um, when I first started off trying to pursue some of my dreams, which I absolutely will get into kind of more here in other videos, um, I tried to do too much too fast. So I'd have these really big peaks, like, I'd go ham for a week, and then I'd do nothing for 4. Then I do ham for another week, and I do nothing for 4. And and honestly, it's, some of those big peaks are super fun. You get a lot done, but it doesn't allow you to kind of keep going, keep keep producing things to have that consistent momentum. Um, so one of the more important things that I think that a person needs to do is a person needs to make sure that you are planning and building your routines and your rhythms all around um, your endurance. Um, I think, and what do I mean by that? I think that means that you have to work smaller and shorter periods of time and try to do less more consistently than trying to do, the big all-nighter in order to get a whole bunch of stuff done. Honestly, the big all-nighter is going to cost you 4 days of recovery. So you're better off just doing the 2 hours, the little task, the little task, the little task, and keep on going over time and allow that to kind of accumulate and then keep showing up every day. Um, building something new is often very much like it going to the gym. It doesn't You don't get fit by like having one really hard heavy lifting day. That's really not going to get you very far. What will get you far is showing up for your 30-minute workout 5 days a week and not messing it for 5 years. Your life will change. Like, there's absolutely no doubt. If you were to do that, your life would change. And the same thing goes for businesses and basically anything that we're trying to do to change our lives. Is it's If we can be consistent, do the small thing each day, in the end we're going to end up way ahead of if we had just done 6 all-nighters and like really gone hard. Now, that doesn't actually work. What works in reality is the consistent drumbeat of deliveries of effort, um, and that, because that's sustainable. And you'll hear me talking more and more about kind of these lone values. One of the lone values is rest, and how rest takes shape. And I'll explain what I mean by rest. Rest is not striving. It's also not inactivity. To operate from a posture of rest is to operate without fear, in a sense. You know that you can come back tomorrow. You know that you don't need to stress or fret about something. You know that you can just rest, like be still, and come back tomorrow. Keep the process going versus being like, oh, all tight, and I just have to do everything tonight, and that actually doesn't work. So from a posture of rest, we go out into the world and we say, we'll be here tomorrow and the day after. and you just kind of keep going with that, and there's no fear. It's not a fear of like, oh man, if I don't do everything tonight, I'm gonna fail. I just can't. I won't ever start this business. Craziness. Businesses are not started overnight, regardless of what anybody on the internet will tell you. You might have an idea, you might get the first draft of something, but true sustainable long-term businesses are built over time by consistently serving and delivering value to the people that you're selling your product or service to. They're not about like, these one big shots. There might be periods where you have to go real hard to get something over the finish line. Let me tell you this, there's always going to be a recovery period after that. Always. Um, and the deeper you go in that one moment, the larger the recovery process is. So you want to like run at like 75%. Hard, did as much as I could, but can come back tomorrow. And that's really the place you want to be. And that, for me, that flows out of this value, this one of my values in Loam, which is the rest value, which is operating without fear, without striving, and the confidence that I will be back tomorrow, and then I will make the next step forward. And then if I keep doing that and I don't worry about where I'm getting to too much, I just do the work. I will in the end up far, far ahead of where I would be if I just like really was tight and really worked hard and gritted it out, and then burnt out, and then had to go see a doctor and or a psychologist and dealt with relational fallout. Like, none of that stuff's worth it. Small, consistent, deliberate movements are far more important. Okay, that's all I got for now.